In this short video, we will explain how to create a self-assessment report and quality improvement plan using Steadfast. Begin by going to Assessment Plans. Select Create New Plan. Now add the details of the new plan. This includes the title, the department responsible for the plan, a short description, the type of plan. In this instance, select Organization, the plan status. Select Display strengths and areas for improvement. And finally, add some assessment plan guidance. The next step is to add the plan grading. For this plan, use the Ofsted grading criteria: outstanding, good, requires improvement, and inadequate. You can now add narrative sections. This could be information about your business or how you conduct self-assessment. Essentially, it is top-level information for your self-assessment report. You now need to add the inspection framework judgments. This is done by going to the Outcomes library. Select the Education Inspection Framework 2019. In the next step, you will need to select the areas of the framework that are relevant to your organization. Untick the areas that you don't need. Once you have done this, select Import Set. You will now see that the judgments have been imported. The next step is to start adding measures. Your organization will need to create these. You need to identify how you will measure what you do against each judgment. For each measure you need to add a title, the target or intent, which is the what and the why. What type of measure will be used? The success criteria. What the impact will be. And the implementation time scale. You can add multiple measures for each judgment. Continue to add measures for each of the judgments. You can now create your annual self-assessment report. Select Options on the right-hand side of your screen. You will need to create an assessment cycle. Give it a title and the dates that the cycle covers. You can now also add other members of staff to this assessment plan. You can now add narrative sections that relate to this assessment cycle. The next step is to add the outcomes. Select Add Outcomes. Check the outcomes and measures that you want to use. Then select Import Set. You are now able to allocate measures to different members of staff. They will be able to add findings against the measures allocated to them. Staff can now add findings. They will find the review cycle on the dashboard page. They can work on this plan by selecting My Measures. Staff will see the measure details and the outcome details. They can now add their findings. For each finding, they need to identify what they have found, if they have any specific recommendations and any notes that they may have. They also need to add if they have met the measure requirement. Any specific strengths or areas for improvement can also be recorded. And finally, they can add the grade. The grades for all the findings will then be aggregated for each judgment area. Staff can also add actions to each of the findings. You can add multiple actions to each finding. The quality improvement or action plan is now available. Returning to the plan review cycle dashboard page, you can now see your self-assessment report grades. You can also download this information in different formats. Finally, on the menu, select Plan Reports. This will provide you with more detailed information about your self-assessment report. Please speak to us if you would like any further information or guidance. Thank you.